beautiful redfish. Whew, got me soaked. Okay, regular viewers, we are back. So a couple videos ago, I made a top pour mold with an injected tail, and the fish looked something like that. It actually worked. Like I said, it needed more perfection, or it needed more tweaking. The first thing is I liked the size of this fish. It was just too long. So just like a chop top hot rod, we're going to take about maybe an inch out of the middle here and shorten this dog and make a mold of that. And I think I'll have a fish that's a little bit better for the size that I'm looking for. This here is with my reasonably sized square. Shows to be just at 7 inches. And I'm looking for something probably more in the 5-inch range. So we're going to take out like an inch, I think, right there or so. Well, with the tail, let me see, the tail's roughly an inch. So if I cut it back to 4 inches here, to cut the tail off and then glue that tail on right there, I think we should have what I'm looking for. So let's get busy and see if we can improve this mold. And I'm going to save this bit that I cut out in case I want the whole thing to be that big again. I don't know if you remember, the fish died in the mold, unfortunately. So let me see, if I was professional, I would have marked that at 4 inches, like that. There we go. Wowzers, I don't know why that was taking so long. Okay. Okay. All right, so that's our mark there. Let's connect those two thusly. All right, we're gonna cut it there, and then we're gonna cut the tail off. So I've never cut this as that air dry glue, air dry clay. But never done this before. I was kind of afraid to put it in the vise. I was afraid that that would crush it. There we go. Cut that off. Now we're pretty much just cutting through super glue there. Okay. That's a really stubby looking fish, huh? That is at 4 inches. Let me see. We'll add a little bit more to that. I guess I want the body at 5 inches and maybe add 6 inches to there. That's why you measure, 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 and then cut only once. But, you know, why start now? I think I even said I only want to take an inch out of it, but I definitely took 2 inches out of it. But we can make this modular and take a look-see. Okay. That looks a little bit more of what I'm going for there. So, like I said, we'll save the pieces in case we want to remake that the way it was. And build this back better just like that. So we're going to take some super glue, baking soda, that sort of stuff here to glue this, reshape it, and make it the beautiful fish that it once was. Now, in all practicality, I could technically dump this stuff out on the floor, mold this fish without gluing it together like this, without redoing the whole thing. I could mold it and then, you know, clean it up in the mold after the fact. And that's really not a bad option, because then it will be more modular and I can make it longer and shorter and stubbier and try all sorts of different configurations. That's going to look real funky if I did it like that, huh? I mean, that might be pretty cool, but again, we can do it if we want. Okay, so Yeah, let's do that. Rather than try and continue to make it jump, breathe, and live again with glue and baking soda and whatnot, let's just make the mold up and put it in there like that. We'll put the pieces in and then clean up the mold itself. So we'll skip that step. Yeah, I like it. Even better. Shooting from the hip. All right, folks, here he is, the star of the show. You know him, you love him. Dap, Plaster of Paris. That's right. Round of applause, please. Thank you. Don't forget the locators. Okay, so while I'm waiting for this to set up a little bit, when I got these lures out, I put the 10mm eyes on them, and you see they kind of got lost in there. So I went on the line on the Amazons, and I bought these 15mm eyes, and I think that will be much more appropriate for this size, for this fish's face. That was greasy. For this fish's face here. The thing I was like, so I got these, I don't know if the camera's picking it up. There are a lot of detail going on here, but like they're not reflective at all. It's kind of a little disappointed in that, but you know, the fish probably won't notice. I guess that would probably make me happier than the fish. But I'm just saying, you know, it's just kind of, they looked a little, they took a lot of liberties with the photographs of these fish on the advertisement there. But yeah, still, we're going to try them out on this lure. I think once we clear coat or clear dip the nose, perhaps maybe that'll make them look a little prettier. So whatever. All right, this is definitely set up this time. So let's put this guy in here, slide it against this wall. There we go. That should be good. Hopefully we didn't just get a big old chunk of air under that eye. Right there, chunk of air, bubble of air, I think is what the word I was looking for. Slide our modular pieces in. Okay. Beautiful. So now before we pour the other side, we'll fill these gaps with, yep, words. Nope. Sorry, let me kind of flatten that out there. We will fill the other side. Oh, that water's distracting me. With petroleum jelly. There we go. Those are the words to come out of my face in the order they're supposed to. Let's put in some locators so that we can find it later in case it gets lost. We'll let that set up and pour the other side. So the other thing I wanted to say about this before I forget is if this works, then I'm going to do the modular mold box, and we will mold this yet again all the way over here to the side, and then we'll make another mold of just for the tails so that I can have that paddle tail, because I want to try it with that, as well as the wedge tail. Ready to fish?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you can show it off here. Hold it up. Look at that, huh? What a cool fish with a wedge tail and everything. Thank you. Good job. Okay, so let's take this out of the mold, all right?
All right, we'll take out our Made in America mold.
So what we're going to do is we're going to zip out these guys here, and then these guys here, and then we'll just take that side of it off, okay?
Okay. Cannot. And 10, look at that.
Okay.
So let's take the mold out. Let's see how we did. You probably should take
Okay, so you just kind of You don't have to tear it apart, just kind of wiggle it like that. See that? And it starts to fall out.
That's...
Whammo.
I did not want to.
Slammo. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is the top of it, so that's just nice and gentle.
Nice and gentle. I don't think I could ever do that.
Sure you could. And you will.
Later on.
There we go.
There!
Okay, that was pretty decent.
That was a very clean mold, in fact.
So I knew that we'd have a little bit of an issue right here. Looks like there's a little bit of a void right there, but not in the tail. But I think we can probably fix that. So that's not a bad thing. Okay, let's get our friend All.
Hi, all.
If we can find him. Kind of got a mess over here. Again, we've made this fish significantly shorter here, so hopefully it will be a little less ridiculous. I kind of felt like I got a little overzealous when I made that guy. Okay. Uh-oh. We're without our friend All. We're sans All right now.
Oh.
But we got this other All.
His brother.
His brother All? Other All? His brother All.
Probably not his twin brother, but his brother.
Okay. Oh, good. We didn't... I thought we were going to get a big bubble in there, but we didn't. So this is all the crusties from the top. So this just has to dry. Luckily, it's a nice sunny day, low humidity out. So we'll go put this guy in the sun and let it dry. And then we'll just do a little carving to clean up some of those areas. And then it's time to try and pour it. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, regular viewers. Our mold is dry for our stubby two-piece top pour tail injected ultra shad, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Okay. So we just need to carve out, if you remember, we made it out of segments, and we just need to carve that out just to kind of smooth it out. Very genteel. So this one actually kind of made a little edge right here, which was good, and we're going to try to leave that alone. And this is where, if you wanted to put in detail, you could do that in the fins, and the gills and such. So we will do that right here. Fin raise, fin raise, fin raise, fin raise. How many fin rays was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same thing on this guy here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Carving in just a little definition around the eye indent there. Just got to come up with a way to kind of smooth that out. I shouldn't be disinvested in this fish because I don't even know if it's going to swim right. My more astute regular viewers will notice that these fins don't match on either side exactly. They kind of didn't come out exactly right. But the bass probably won't notice. We got to think about something that's to smooth that out a little bit. I wonder what I can...
Maybe sandpaper?
Maybe sandpaper, but maybe we can use something...
Regular.
Ooh, something regular. Good job, regular assistant.
Thank you.
We're going to use a regular back of a regular spoon. What is it, dog? What? Are you unsatisfied with your accommodations presently? Why don't you go let the doggy... Yes, that's a yes, she is. Let the doggy back in the regular house. Thank you, sir. Okay. Kind of smoothed that body out, I think. Did I just chip a piece off? What was that? Did that just come? Where did that just come? I just knocked a piece off of this thing. Is it from here? Where did you come from?
Let me see.
I think it came from right there.
Came from right there?
I think so. Hold your horses, kiddo.
Hang on, I think I can match that.
Like a puzzle piece?
Yeah, like a puzzle piece. Let me see that.
Hold on.
Let me see that. Let me see.
Yeah, see, it's a bit of that marble locator from your marble set.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I do not know who that is.
You said you were going to do it. You just took it.
Yeah, but
Don't quit that easy.
no, that is not. That's not. It looks like you made a crescent moon in the gill pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, more gills.
All right. Oh, careful, boy. Where'd you put that piece?
Right here.
We got to put it back in. We can't quit.
I don't know where it went.
We have to use the world's cutest channel locks.
Oh. Hey, I have his brother.
The world's second cutest channel locks?
His big brother. He looks just like him.
It looks just like him too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like that? No. How did I just do this? Maybe it came from right here.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's me.
Hold your horses. You keep trying to take it from me right as I go to put it in. This is like when we're really doing a puzzle, you do this to me.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Oh,
Slight
okay.
bit of tragedy.
Well, all gone.
Yeah, all gone. Doesn't matter.
Okay, crisis. Oh, I bet it came from right there. Oh, well.
Ah.
That's all gone now. Okay. There's our mold ready to go. So we're going to dry that a little bit more, and then when next you see us, we will be pouring plastic in this mold. I promise. Or my name isn't Regular Guy Lures, which it's not. So that promise is actually no good.
But what would the name be?
Okay. So next step, heat it, cook it, fill it, ship it, right?
Ship it.
Amen. All right. Okay, so we got our hot plate warming up our mold here. I've poured my tail in a brighter chartreuse color, and my mold is heating up. It's got to be nice and toasty for this to work properly. I have already coated this mold in polyurethane here just to help with the release of the fish when it's all done. And so we're heating up our plastic. We're going to just try to do a basic color here and not get too fancy just to make sure that it works. So I'll let you know when we'll be back when the plastic's ready to pour. Okay, so we are about ready to go. So we're going to squirt this guy down here, mostly in the tail because we'll get the rest of it here after we clamp it. We are still learning this process, so it's kind of making it up as we go. I poured this a while ago and it's been sitting here heating up. Put it in the clamp box. So there's a real nice tail. I forgot to polyurethane this mold, but that's okay. Let's cut this guy off.
Oh, that was easy.
That.
Just that easy.
Okay. So while he's still nice and warm, see, I'm wearing gloves this time. I learned my lesson so that you don't have to.
And I got some right here.
So we've got the tail in there. Now we need to clamp this dog. Look out, buddy. We're going to get the clamps.
Use it again.
No. Working fast, sorry. Can't win them all.
And
clamp
the
it.
other little guy.
And I don't have to clamp it like it's going out of style. We'll get this mold off of here. Okay, look out.
And in goes the pan.
I guess I should have done it first because we got to get this little tail out of the way. That's embarrassing. Okay. The little tail back in. Push it down just a skosh. Oops, how about you get the pan in the area it's supposed to go. Okay, we've got our silver. Like I said, this is going to be a basic pattern here.
Just look at that. Nice silverfish, we could call it.
Isn't that a bug?
Yeah, that's a bug.
Silverfish? I don't know, because it's silver and it smells like a fish.
Yeah, probably.
No clue. That's a joke. I don't know why it's called a silverfish. They didn't ask me. All right.
Look
We're
at
going to
that.
fill that dog. That's right. I set it
Yep.
right to
Did it
there.
again.
And then we will, I was thinking about putting some chartreuse next as like a middle line. So.
See the sparkles there.
Yep. All right. We'll be right back for the next part.
There we go.
Okay. Gotta be careful. This one's super hot, so we gotta find a way to hold that. Ow. Hold on a second.
0.
All right. Let's try this again. Oops, that's a mess. I think that's all we want.
Just giving you guys a closer look.
Yeah, you kind of screwed that up a little bit, but that'll be okay. We'll fix that in post-production.
And here's the top color.
Yep, we're just doing very, very simple.
Like just silver and yellow.
Silver and chartreuse fish.
Where's the red?
What's that?
I was just playing around.
No red today, kid. All right. We're going to let that set up for a minute before we pour that on, okay?
All right.
All right, let's pour this fish. Not dog, fish.
Yes, we finally did it right.
Last color. Yeah, once in a row, huh?
You can get 3 times. Pour it over that line.
Okay, I think that's enough plastique for me. We'll go this way with it a little, let it fill in that away, a skosh.
Just look at that.
All right. We'll let that cook for 20 minutes or so, and then we'll shut the heat off and let it cool. All right?
All right.
Good job. That's the thumbs up. There we go. Okay, so clearly, as you can see by it being on this wooden table, it has cooled. And the fact that I'm not burning my hands right now is another context clue. So let's take this out. It's actually working really, really well. What did we put on that?
Polyurethane.
That's where it is. Yeah, it did look like it's a little dark, but it did work. So because this fish is not stuck at all. Look at that, huh?
Look at that. We do have a little bit of flashing
That's okay.
right there.
No extra charge. Don't worry about that, young man. All right, focus on your job there, kiddo. All right, just kidding. So listen, we got our fish out. It looks good. The dual color. Clearly, we could have done more layers to it, but no cold cracking here. If you remember the original one that we made, it didn't quite stick so well, so we solved that problem. But I like how the tail again goes right into our lateral line here, and yeah, I'm impressed with the whole thing. So we're gonna put some eyes on this fish, not
dog.
Thank you.
Which we shouldn't be saying.
Thank you for helping me with that. So we'll put a little glue on.
Look at that.
By a little, apparently I mean a lot. And these are the 15 millimeter eyes. When they were in the package, they did not look so hot. But I don't know if you can see here, there is a little shimmer and shine to them. And I think I'm going to use the silvers.
Ooh, silver.
Like I really even had to think. Of course I was going to use the silver ones.
Silver chrome.
Okay. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
That is quite an eye on there. I'm not going to put one on the other side yet. I want to let it dry well enough before I do that. So, but that is what our final bait is going to look like. And I think we have done a better job here. It's a more appropriate size when we took that little, bit out of the middle here, like making a short bed pickup truck, right? We kind of chopped the frame down and brought it in, right? And so we've got our fin detail here. You can see the little fin ribs on there, fin rays rather. It does have some pock marks here. Hold back there, buddy. It has some little pock marks from the mold itself, but I think that's okay. Are you okay? Where are you going there, Spielberg?
I'm just trying to.
All right, get back up. Get over here. That's not what I'm paying you for. Okay. But yeah, the fin on this side came out a little bit better. I think if we clear dip this, you could probably get that detail a little bit more. There we go. You can kind of see those fin rays now, right? Definitely on this fin as well. So all in all, I think I'm pretty happy with it. What do you think there, young lady?
It's pretty.
You think it's pretty?
I like the tail.
You like the tail?
Especially the tail.
What do you think of the eye on that?
It looks creepy.
It looks creepy.
Creepy. I think that looks really nice.
It's definitely more appropriate than the 10 millimeter one. That definitely makes a difference on it. So
Weird.
it's weird. What am I paying you for? All right.
Reality.
I'm paying you for reality? Well, I guess I can't argue with that. I don't know why I keep putting so much glue on there.
I don't know either. I wasn't even here until right now.
Just look at that.
All right, stick that eye in there.
Pretty.
Now we have a fish that can see where he's going, right?
He's like,
Yeah.
hey, I
Look at that. Camera
finally
one,
can
camera
see.
two.
Camera one, camera two. Camera one,
Can I
camera
check
two.
But yes, there's a little bit of flashing that we'll have to cut off.
Camera two.
And but other than that, I'm very happy with that fish. Next step is we're gonna rig it and go bring it over to our neighbor's pool when she's not home.
And we're gonna sneak over.
And we're gonna swim it. So, all right?
Yep.
All right, give me a thumbs up there, regular assistants. Good job. Thank you. All right. So this bait, the eyes are glued on it now. I have trimmed off the flashing. So let's, I'm pretty confident that my dog wants to go in the house. As I was saying, I'm pretty confident that this bait is going to swim the way I want it to. So we are going to add some style, because I haven't done that in a video in a while. And if you're a new viewer, you may not have seen that before. And I like my stuff shiny. So this is fine holographic flake with a makeup brush, which you can find in your wife's makeup drawer when she's not home. And it's just like painting on paint. Sorry for the ridiculous pause there. I don't know why. I'd like to see somebody try and pour that color, huh? As a professional, I wouldn't get it on the eye, but I can wipe it off, so that's good. The eyes still have it. I think that might be all I do to this bait. Just try to keep it simple here, not use too much of that powder up. We can really spruce up that lateral line too with this stuff here, the same stuff I use to make the color. Now for my next trick, I will close this without it going everywhere, because this stuff is like moon dust and it will travel. I can't leave well enough alone. I got to try this. I did this before on another bait off camera, and it mostly worked. So we're going to, we'll just hold it by the eyes, I guess. Sparkles, actual flake sparkle. The smaller stuff you can paint it on as well. That is a shiny bait. I don't care who you are. And we're going to use the Duran method, one of my early on viewers there. Guy that was really inspirational, gave me a lot of great ideas. Mr. Tony Duran told me this method to clear dip these lures here, and I'm going to show it to you. And we've got our nuclear hot plastic right here. Just the clear. Make sure it's nice and stirred up. So I've got a wire stuck in the tail here. I'm going to dip it down all the way. And that's it. She's done. Let her drip, and then we'll hang her up. If you're really concerned about keeping those eyes in, you can dip the face twice. But if you start doing more than that, it really builds up and starts to change the shape of the lure. Some people think this is kind of wasteful here to use this, but I can, again, cut this plastic up and use it to create other colors with it. It's just like having the stuff before it's mixed in the bottle. So to me, it's not a problem. Yeah, I did probably get a little bit of sparkles in it. But, you know, hey, little sparkles, you know, just makes the world shinier. So, all right, let me go hang this up, and I'll show you when it's all dried. There it is in all its glory. Clear dipped, eyes put on, multicolored. Trying to change the angle so you can see all that hologram. Okay, so here's our chopped down ultra shad that my son helped create. Okay, regular viewers, we're back. So we just pool tested this, and my regular assistant was on the camera. What'd you think of that swimming action?
I think that was absolutely amazing.
So that wedge tail did its little wiggly thing, pretty fast speed and slow speed. We've got this thing tuned enough that we can use a weightless hook. This is a 10-aught beast hook that we've got on there. We'll get our reasonably sized measuring device out. So the final length of our fish is, what is that, 6 1/4? Yeah, 6 1/4 inches right there. So that's a reasonably sized lure for bass fishing. Well, I say that as most of the bass I catch are probably about that size anyway. But we know that bass can eat some big baits, but you usually catch big bass. That's what the goal is. Try to catch a really big bass, hopefully this spring, on one of our homemade lures like this right here. So my more astute viewers may notice it's still tied on. We just did our pool test with it, but I want to take it fishing this afternoon in one of our local ponds here as we take our regular dog for a walk and see if we can't get anything. But I got some other things over here to talk about. So this is round 2 that we're going to try with this. This is so I had done the wedge tail, right? This the original mold here for this lure is a half a wedge tail that we made, and then we made a mold for the whole wedge tail, which I started coating this in polyurethane. That's why it looks kind of funky like that. But I want to, like I said, I want to have a modular mold system. So this is going to be an experiment with a paddle tail. So we'll make this is the half a paddle tail, but I want to have a paddle tail with a
little fin on it.
Thank you for using those words. And again, that would kind of sit like that. So we need to make another mold like this for this style tail too, and see if we can get the same kind of thing going with that. Because sometimes I like the paddle style tail over the wedge tail. Sometimes it gurgles a little nicely on the surface a little bit better. I don't know, whatever. Just that way we can have some options. But I like this size fish. That came out really nice. That mold came out nice. It's been slathered with the polyurethane, thank you, so that the fish came out of it really nicely when we did that mold the other day. So we'll probably make a couple more of those. And we got our super shads over here that still need some painting or some final, touches on them, whatever. But while we were making this fish here, I poured these guys and was cleaning up some of those so that we could, we had all that hot plastic going, might as well use it, right? So anyway, let me know what you think of the Ultra Shad here. And I know it's very similar to the other video, but, again, we may do another one here, just, trying to make it modular and change out the tails on it. But I think we improved that bait a lot. I think it's way more functional now, better than what we had before, which was this guy right here. And the tail was just, the whole lure was just a little too long. This swam a lot better I thought, than this did. Just taking out that, little bit of inch right there. So anyway, that's all I have. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down here. Hopefully, if we're nice, the regular editor will put our email address right about here, down here somewhere on the bottom. And if you want to send pictures of what you're working on, we'd love to include those in our videos to show off the hard work that you guys are doing and your creativity as well. So that's all I have. You got any final thoughts?
Well, one of my experiments was whenever we make the modular tail, we could try using this mold as like a dorsal fin.
Maybe put a dorsal fin on it. You're really into that dorsal fin, huh?
Well, it was part of the idea.
It was part of the idea. Okay. Well, there we go. You stay regular. Hey, what are you kids doing?